Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of BBTV. I think I said BB News yesterday, just catching you guys out. So, as we are about to play Brentford in a couple of days' time, are we going to have a new manager in charge? So, it's looking imminent, guys. The final details of the move for Pochettino to Chelsea is happening. So it may be confirmed tonight. It could be tomorrow. Could be next week. So maybe too early for the Brentford game. But is he going to start this season to assess the squad? Or are they going to let Frank see out the rest of the season and he has a new start? He has a fresh start at the beginning of the season, of next season. All will be revealed. But we should know by the Brentford game whether he's going to be our new manager or not. And talking about the Brentford game, this is our low we've dropped this season, and why we do need somebody at the helm who's going to move us back up the table again, because we are the third worst team in London, and that can all change, because if we don't get a positive result against Brentford, and Crystal Palace and West Ham started to move at the table, then we could actually finish the season the bottom club in London. We don't want that, do we? So we're beating Brentford. That can close the gap, because at the moment I think we're 5 points behind Brentford. I think we've got a game in hand of them as well, if I'm not mistaken. So if we can beat Brentford and then win our other game, then at last it will do two things. A, it will move us up the table, and we can get into ninth, top half of the table, guys. And we should be able to bypass Brentford. And then our next target will be Fulham. Anyway, the preview out of the way. And Ivan Toney. He's somebody to keep an eye on, because he's somebody who Chelsea are maybe interested in when we're looking for a new striker in the summer. So this may be a good audition for him as well. And, Brentford are a team who are well managed. Frank's a good manager. You've seen how Brentford, they've got promoted from the Championship a couple of seasons ago, and how they have developed now into established themselves into like a mid-table club. So they're no longer fighting relegation, and they've got limited resources. Their finances came out the other day, and it shows how well run they are as a club. They got I think they got the highest profits in the division at the moment, and their model is good. They identify good players and they sell them on, and anyone who comes in to replace them is good. Because remember, if you look, they had Mopay back in the day when they were in the Championship. He was replaced by Ollie Watkins, and then Ollie Watkins is doing great things at Aston Villa at the moment. He left. Ivan Toney came in, and that's the thing that we want to see at Chelsea, the sort of model we want to see at Chelsea going forward now. Getting players, not just because they're big names or something, but who can fit into our team, who can fit seamlessly in our team. We've been searching for a striker for years now, since Diego Costa has gone. This team, they're getting strikers, and they fit in straight away like a glove, and that's because they do their homework. They find out the sort of striker that fits the way the club want to play, and that's why they have no issues of finding somebody who can hit the ground running. Right, anyway, so that's a short little preview out of the way. I want to tackle something when we're talking about Mauricio Pochettino, because still some in the fan base are still uncertain about him. And there's the nonsense that I'm hearing. And one thing is, he's not a serial winner. What's his CV like? We need somebody who's like a serial winner at the club. And it's, again, I'm going to be quoting this guy who didn't get the job, and a lot of people wanted to get the job, Enrique. So here's what I'm going to say to you guys. All these guys who wanted Enrique. Listen, and the other thing we hear is, we are Chelsea, we expect better than this. But let me tell you something. Barcelona are twice the size of Chelsea. Whether you like it or not, those are the facts. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man U are the three biggest clubs in the world, globally. Okay, so when Pep Guardiola left Barcelona, They had 2 failed managers, and did they go for, oh, we've had 2 failed managers, Potter and anybody? Let's go for somebody who's a serial winner. No, they didn't go for someone who's a serial winner. Who did they go for? They went for Luis Enrique. What did Luis Enrique win at Roma? Nothing. What did he win at Espanyol? Zilch. But yet, they went for him. Then he became a serial winner whilst he was at Barcelona. Okay, let's carry on the Barcelona theme. Okay, let's look at Pep Guardiola. What did Pep Guardiola win before he took over the job at Barcelona? Nothing. He was their B team manager at the time. And who's their manager now? Xavi. And where was Xavi managing last year? Somewhere in the Middle East. What's he won? What's on his CV? Nothing. And what's going to happen in his first season? And despite everything that was going on with buying and selling players this season, they looks like they're going to win La Liga. So, over Real Madrid. And talking about Real Madrid, who's the most successful modern day manager for winning the Champions League? Guessed it. Zinedine Zidane. And what did Zinedine Zidane win before he took over at Real Madrid? Let me guess. Nothing? Yeah. He was their reserved, he was assistant manager, and before that he was the manager of the B team. And before people say, oh yeah, you got used to the ways of the way they played, and that's why it was so seamless. But if we were to appoint an assistant or somebody from our youth setup, then the outcry from our fan base, it'll be ridiculous. And then let's move on now, because there was talk about the guy from Celtic, Pochettino, from Celtic. Sorry for butchering his name, but again, it was, oh, we don't want anyone managing us who managed in Scottish League. Anyone can win in the Scottish League. Hello, for the older ones amongst us, Alex Ferguson, anybody? Successful with Aberdeen. Can you imagine if we said, okay, well, let's get Alex Ferguson. Imagine it's, we've fast forward and Alex Ferguson's there at Aberdeen. Oh, we don't want this manager. What did he do? He's the most successful manager in Premier League history. And after him, it's a toss-up between the next one, Jose Mourinho, or this Mr. Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger, let's talk about Arsene Wenger. Monaco, he won a cup and a league. Then he was in the J League. He was in the Japanese league before, and everyone was like, Arsene who? But he proved to be a very successful manager. So that all goes to say that you don't need this CV to become the manager of Chelsea, because these clubs I've mentioned are all bigger than us, whether you like it or not. All these clubs are bigger than us. They humbled themselves and they got a manager who they thought fit the profile, fit the way that they wanted to play, and it proves to be successful. Am I saying that Pochettino is going to be a success at Chelsea? Only time will tell. We don't know. But we don't know whether Luis Enrique was going to be a success. We don't know if Nagelsmann was going to be a success. Nothing's guaranteed in football. And so let's, as I said yesterday in my video, before moaning and complaining, let's see how it pans out. If he comes in, results ain't going our way, then we can start questioning the decision of the board. But until then, there's no need. So, Brentford coming up. Maybe introduction of Pochettino. If he's introduced, let's give him a warm welcome, guys. And let's hope for 3 points. And whether Poch comes June. As I said, the Brentford's probably going to be too late. If he comes for the next match we play at Arsenal, because we haven't got a weekend game, whether it be for the Arsenal game or the week before, after, or at the beginning of the next season, then let's see how he gets on. So, guys, state your comments in the section below, and I'll see you on the next video. So, take care for now. Bye-bye.